At the forefront of serial killer history stands one name which stands out for both its bizarre nature and how much inspiration it provided iconic horror movie makers. Ed Gein, commonly known by his nickname of the Butcher of Plainfield, was an individual with deeply disturbing actions who shocked and horrified the world at large with his horrific deeds. While not as prolific or well-known, Gein left an indelible mark upon true crime history with his warped mind and horrific acts, leaving an irrevocable impression upon everyone whose presence in it he left. Ed Gein was truly disturbing and terrifying in many respects, leaving an imprint upon history as no other killer could. Gein was born August 27th in La Crosse, Wisconsin, but suffered an abusive and religious upbringing that eventually led to isolation due to his mother's constant preaching about sin and damnation. With few friends at school and few sources for friendship or support nearby, his childhood marked by feelings of alienation. After his younger brother's murder, there were even reports that Gein may have had something to do with the incident, although no tangible proof existed at that point. Gein became obsessed with his oppressive mother over time, who instilled in him the belief that all women other than herself were prostitutes and any association was proof of satanic involvement. After Gein's father passed away and left them solely together with their fanatical mother after she suffered a stroke, after her passing away in 1945, he took pains to maintain the illusion that she still existed and even kept her living quarters locked to ensure its presence was permanent. After his mother died, Gein's mental state worsened further. Immersed in books and magazines about Nazis and cannibals, his interest grew for these dark subjects, eventually turning sinister when Bernice Warden, an employee from a local hardware store, disappeared, one of whom Gein was seen with. A subsequent police investigation led them to his farm where Bernice Warden's body could have been discovered. Horrors lay ahead for authorities when they arrived on Warden's property. In one shed on it, they discovered his dead body hanging grotesquely mutilated from an overhead hook like an animal. At Gein's farmhouse, they discovered even more shocking evidence. Severed heads, human skulls, and masks made from human faces had been stored away by Gein for future use in mask making. Lampshades, chair covers, and other household items had been constructed using human skin, while bowls and bedposts featured human skulls as decorations adornment. Lastly, Gein had even constructed an ensemble consisting entirely of skin that enabled him to transform himself into his deceased mother, an unprecedented feat in itself. Gein may have killed relatively few victims, yet his acts were truly horrifying. While admitting robbing graves for materials, grave robbery was among his raw materials, but also confessed to at least one more killing. When looking upon beautiful women walking down the street, he often thought, "One part wants to be nice and sweet, while my disturbed mind wonders what their heads would look like on sticks," which shows just how disturbed his mind really was. Gein's actions had a lasting effect on Plainfield. According to reports, his atrocities contributed directly to the early death of Sheriff Harold Dillard, who became one of his victims. After investigating this case and eventually convicting Gein as insane, the court found him as possessing schizophrenia with severe Oedipus complex, thereafter spending most of his life confined in mental institutions before dying of lung cancer at Mendota Mental Health Institute in 1984. Gein left behind an incredible legacy that combined horror and fascination. His influence can be seen throughout popular culture. Films like Psycho, The Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and The Silence of the Lambs continue to portray his impactful legacy. From Psycho, which immortalized Gein through his iconic character Norman Bates, who shared many similarities to Gein himself, to Alfred Hitchcock's groundbreaking thriller Psycho, depicting Norman as a disturbed motel owner inspired by Gein's Oedipus complexes, as well as dressing in female clothes. Audiences remain spellbound by Gein as a cultural icon. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre took much inspiration from Gein's crimes, particularly Leatherface, an insane killer with masks made out of human skin, who closely parallels Gein. Additionally, Buffalo Bill from The Silence of the Lambs bears striking similarity to Gein in that both characters seek to craft woman suits, using skin harvested from victims as harvest sources. Gein's story not only captured public imagination, but had an enormous psychological toll. Police's discovery of human face masks and bizarre objects found throughout Gein's house left an indelible mark. Some investigators experienced nervous breakdowns due to encountering Gein's House of Horrors, its trauma haunting them for life. After his arrest, Gein was judged legally insane and placed into mental institutions for further evaluations. Evaluations confirmed a series of severe mental disorders, further supporting his condition as being highly disturbed. Gein's schizophrenia and Oedipus complex are said to be contributing factors behind his violent acts. Ed Gein passed away from lung cancer while still under institutional care in 1984, and his burial was marred with controversy as some pieces were stolen by morbid souvenir hunters as souvenirs. Such is the morbid fascination surrounding notorious figures from true crime history and their legacies. Ed Gein's legacy as America's strangest serial killer continues to intrigue and disturb. His strange worldview, as expressed through his inhumane actions and macabre creations, provokes us to question human depravity. Additionally, Gein serves as a constant reminder of human iniquity within popular culture, while forever cementing himself into history's annals of infamy. Thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to stay updated with our latest content.